we will talk about inheritance. All right, inheritance in object-oriented programming. So we know a class, let's call the class a person, which we have been working on, and it has age and it has some, what do you call, my work status, right? So this is a method. It has goes through some algorithm we have to print the work status, and we have the age. So this is a class that we have been working on, right? And in object oriented programming, all right, we can define another class. I'll just put a box for now. We'll add code to it later. I can define a child class whose parent is the person, all right, parent is a person. When we do that, what happens is this child class doesn't have to repeat defining this age, this method. We doesn't have to do, we could just reuse without defining them. Okay, that is what is called reuse. We are reusing the state variables and the methods from our parent class. Okay, that's what inheritance is all about. I can basically, it is in another way of saying reuse. All right, and how do we reuse? Okay, in object oriented programming we reuse just by the keyword parent, or not, sorry, just by definition. Let's take class staff is a class. The syntax in C++ is semicolon, let's call it as a public for now, and say person. Oopsie. Person. So just by defining them like this, staff is a new class for us. This is a new class. It's called a child class right now. Child of person. Okay, that is what it is. Thus the syntax is the same. So let's go ahead and erase that for now. So person is a parent, staff is a child. So I'm defining a class, and the advantage of this is I already inherited these two member variable and this method. I can now have my own stuff called say salary, and I could have my own say int year salary, year to date, my year to date salary. Let's give the month. Okay, month, and I do something, whatever, right? We'll look at later. So now what I have is a parent class which is a person, and it has two things. One is the age and one is a method. The method is my work status, right? So this is a person, my work status. So that is a method for person, and I defined class status staff as my new child. Alright, so this is a staff. So staff is now has actually, let me put it here. So by defining this, what really happened is I have inherited age. See how I just reused the parent class methods and variables. I have my work status and my salary and year to date. Okay, but note in this situation we still have two classes. One is a person, that staff is another class. Alright, so this is how I do inheritance, by just extending my class definition and saying who is my parent all about. So this is my parent. So by doing that, I was able to reuse this whole code from parent to my definition, and I added two new one is a member variable, my own member variable, which is here, and then I have my own function year to date. Alright, so we will write a code, C++ code based on this. Alright, let's go here. I will copy. So for CPP is same as what we have. I'm going to define here class staff public person don't worry about the syntax now. Year to date, int month basically, and I'll return my salary times month of year of the month. Basically year to date will compute the salary earned till salary earned to date. Okay, salary earned till date. All right, till the month, whatever. So what now we have I'll continue here. I defined staff, okay, as a child of person. Okay, staff is a child of person. Now what will I do here? I will continue say staff as a staff 1. Okay, by this definition I instantiated in staff 1 object. All right, what kind of type it is? of class staff. Okay, staff 1 is an object. Okay, just to clarify, staff 1 is an object, staff is a class. Okay, very similar to what you had done before, int x. Alright, x is a variable, int is a type. Alright, so now what I have done is I can do is staff1 dot age equal to 45, staff1 dot salary equal to say 2000. Alright, and then now if I do staff1 dot my work status, okay, so this will trigger the behavior in parent but still in staff object. Alright, again staff, let me just put it here so you guys know it. Oh, staff1 it is, sorry, staff1 dot year to date salary. Alright, so what I've done here now is, if you look at it, let's go back to the board. Let me erase 1 second. I copied to the PowerPoint. Alright, oopsie, where is my C code? Right there, my whiteboard is here. So let me erase this little bit. Alright, got it. Okay, I declared a staff1 class staff1 object. Okay, so this is object. There it go. If you see here, that is an object. This is a class, but the staff object is little bulkier than the person. Why? Because I have defined staff1 as an object, so it has, and it is a parent, it is a child of person, so it has age. I have set that to 45, and this is coming from the parent class, right? Person. And salary equal to 2000, and it has two methods, my work status, and this is coming from the parent. I did not define this in staff, but my parent class has that. And year to date, this is coming from staff itself. Alright, so let me mark here. So this is coming from the parent, and my work status is coming from parent, whereas my salary is coming from the staff, and year to date is coming from the staff. Okay, so now if you print, so now how many, if you look at let me remove all these guys for now. So that's all I have. So okay, now I have a staff object, and you see here staff1 dot age here. Age belongs to parent class. All right. Yeah, so now if I compile this, all right, we have some errors. Line number 21, it's saying I need a semicolon here. We will do that, not a big deal. And it requires something, it complained something about here. I don't know what it is. Oh, there it is. So we'll go ahead and compile it. Okay, let me compile it again. Too few, oh yeah. Year to date is as a month here, so I had to send May is 5, so I'll send 5 for that. So it'll, oh, I can say see out year to date salary, date salary is returning, right? It's returning here, remember that. So I need to print it here. I can print it here, or if you're confused about that, I can just say simply float salary equal all right, got it. So let's go and compile this program. No error. You see that I'm working because my age is 45, so it printed I'm working, and year to date salary is what? 2000 times 5 is 10,000. So if I just put a C end here, all right, see that? So that is how inheritance work. Okay, let's summarize this. Inheritance is the concept of what is called reuse. If a parent already has some code, I will reuse them. That is what is called inheritance. Very simple concept it is. There are other intricate complexities are there, but we will not talk about them. As long as we get the idea about how inheritance work, we should be okay. All right.